Hello and welcome to the channel of Absolute Quality, and today we are going to be going over another weapon on the How to Crucible series. Today we're going to be talking about Kibou AR3, however you say that. I don't know how to say it. I probably butchered it 3 different times, but it really doesn't matter. It's an auto rifle that's from the second DLC, so from the Mars DLC. If you have the Mars DLC, you can get this weapon. I ended up getting this weapon by picking it. I got 3 weapons to choose from, and I chose this weapon. I think it's a quest. It's one of the quest items. You know, it's one of the 3 that you were able to choose, and I chose this one, so this is what I have. So my initial opinions on this weapon. Initial opinions are... Okay, so I didn't really enjoy using it. There were some times where I was like, okay, this is kind of fun, but then other times I was like, wow, I really am not having the bestest of times. In games, I really didn't feel overpowered. I never felt like I had the chance to just poop on enemies. I felt like I, kind of had a less than fair chance at fighting anything. It's an auto rifle, so it doesn't have the whole lot of range that other weapons have, especially in the Iron Banner, which is where I played this weapon. Every match, I never felt that I was doing a very good job, but I ended up with a KD of a 2.4. That's probably one of the best KDs I've ended up with 15 matches, and I am very surprised and shocked as you are. Every match, I would come out of the match and I would look at my thing and I'd be like, all right, I probably didn't do that great. I probably had like a 1.7 KD or something, and it's like a 4.8. I'm like, are you serious? I guess I am serious, because apparently I'm getting kills and I'm not even paying attention. Am I playing the game too much where I don't even understand what I'm doing anymore? Or I don't know. Am I just like spacing out the entire match that I'm playing? But I did quite well with the weapon, surprisingly. To my surprise, I was doing quite well with the weapon. I wasn't having the greatest of time using it, but I was having a great time using it. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't even know what I mean. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Impact is low. It's very low. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I just played with the weapon, but I seriously don't remember the headshot damage. I want to say it's like somewhere near 17, but I'm not sure. You'll see it in the gameplay. You'll definitely see me hit some headshots and some body shots in the gameplay, so you can tell from that. But it is low. It's low. It's a faster firing. It's rounds per minute of 450 rounds. It is going to fire a lot less hard shooting bullets. They're going to be a little bit softer, if you know what I mean. Softer by doing a little less damage than a lot of the other bullets out there. It shoots a lot. Moving on to range. Range is quite good with this weapon. The bar is actually quite high. It's good. I mean, it's an auto rifle, so there are definitely ranges where it starts to drop off. That's 100% a fact, but it's all right. It's good for an auto rifle. Stability and handling. Stability, it looks like it's pretty good right now. Like, stability looks pretty good. It's a little bit harder to control. So it's one of those weapons that's going to take some getting used to, that is for sure. It did not just go like butter when I was running around and shooting the gun. I missed a lot. I missed a lot more than I'd like to say that I missed, but I did miss a lot of shots, and that is, it's a fact. The bullets aren't quite coming out of there in a straight line. It's a little bit of a bounce. Handling's pretty good. It's auto rifle, it's halfway, it's normal. Handling's normal. Reload speed's actually pretty good. The bar says it's about halfway, but it's actually pretty good. It does do very good in the reload speed areas. Reload's pretty quick. And then, like I said before, 450 rounds per minute and 33 rounds in the magazine. Let's go ahead and take a look at our perks. For perks, we have our armor-piercing rounds or tactical mag, and then we have Firefly. Now, armor-piercing rounds is good. I do enjoy armor-piercing rounds. It does cause extra damage to shields, and it over-penetrates targets, so it can go through another target if you're shooting 2 people at once. And it does do extra damage to the shield, so it does have a good chance of, melting kids. But I still like my chance with tactical mag, mainly because it adds me magazine, it adds me reload speed, and it adds me stability. That's 3 things. That's 3 things that are getting upped by 1 perk. So I'm gonna have to keep going with it. I really do enjoy stability on my weapons. I like it when I don't have to try at all when aiming the gun. I like how I can just kind of, run around and hope for the best while shooting. And if the weapon is more stable, then I'm definitely hitting shots with my willy-nilly shots. So I definitely want the stability, so that's kind of the setup I went with tactical mag. And then Firefly is obviously not the greatest perk in PvP. I mean, it sounds good, like, you hit a headshot and you explode the enemy, right? But in the PvP, especially in 4v4, you're not getting people grouped up like that to even, you know, cause damage to someone with the headshot explosion. And it's all about even getting the headshot explosion in the first place. You have to make sure that you're hitting headshots the whole way through, and you have to make sure that the last bullet is hitting a headshot. And with an auto rifle, you know, the bullets are coming out quite fast. It's a little bit difficult to control the recoil. You're probably most of the time not going to hit the headshot last unless you're God. If you're God, I'm sorry I offended you at all, but you're hitting the headshot. But sometimes it is a little bit difficult to hit the headshot in the last shot. Like, I hit headshots, but, you know, the bullets are going a little bit crazy when I'm shooting it, and so maybe the last bullet hits him in the neck, and that doesn't count as a body that counts as a body shot, doesn't count as a headshot. Sadly, he doesn't explode. But it's an alright perk. It's very satisfying. It's 100% satisfying to watch people explode. It's very, very nice. For perks, I am going to give perks an 8. Because of tactical mag and armor piercing rounds, you have a good choice between either of those, whichever one you prefer. And then you have Firefly, which is, you know, 100% cool. LOL, it's Dragonfly. Excuse my stupidity, and just let's move on with our day. The perk's called Dragonfly. Now moving on to the ranges. Let's start with long range first. Long range was alright. It's an auto rifle, so it is having a little bit tougher time fighting off the pulse rifles and the scouts coming at you at long range, so it was a little bit more difficult to shoot against those, especially with Graviton Lance, Mida, and Vigilance Wing in the game. They're a little bit difficult to fight off while you're using an auto rifle in general, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7.5 because it was good. If I was fighting someone with a weapon that wasn't OP as hell, I was doing quite well against them. I mean, I was dying a few times, I was winning a few times, you know, it was a good kind of combo where I was actually getting kills and actually doing a lot of damage to enemies at a good distance away, so I am going to give it that 7.5. For short range, I did enjoy it a lot. It's an auto rifle, so obviously it's doing its job close up. It's a tactical weapon. You're doing a lot of damage up close, so I'm going to give it an 8 in short range. It wasn't crazy good like your Antiope D's or your Uriel's Gift. It was good though, so it gets the 8. Now for effectiveness, you know, we have a few calculations we need to make. So first of all, we need to figure out what our kills and deaths are. Our kills came out to be 273, that's kills and assists, sorry. Came out to be 273, and then for deaths, that came out to be 115. You add those up, we get 388 total engagements. Now we can slap the equation up on the screen, and all you have to do is take a look at kills and assists, which is 273. We're going to put that on the top. We're going to divide that by the total, which is 388, and then we're going to multiply by 10. I'm sorry, the equation says 100. It's just 10, because I just want one number in front, and that equation comes out to be a 7. Now for overall rating, all we have to do is add all of these numbers up, and then we are going to divide by 4 to get the average, which is our overall rating, and that comes out to be a 7.6. Adding all of these numbers up, we get a total score for this weapon of a 38.1. Now moving on to the ranking system. If you don't know about the ranking system, I take this weapon, the score I just got that's on your screen right now, the 38.1, I take that number against all the auto rifles first, so it's class weapon. I take it all against its class, and then we see where it stacks up against there. And then I'll go ahead and take it against all the weapons I've done so far in Destiny, and then we can rank it amongst them and see where it sits upon the greats, you know, the Graviton Lances and the Mida Tools and the Vigilance Wings. We see where it sits in there. But for auto rifles, it's going to sit in 5th. Obviously, it is behind a few good auto rifles that I've done, and it's just not the greatest one that I've done. Uriel's Gift, obviously, is sitting at the top, so it's a little bit harder to beat that one out. It was a good auto rifle, it did perform quite well, and it does stack up well against its competitors. For the entirety of Destiny 2, it's coming in at 18th. It came just under the 20 mark, which is awesome. Came into the top 20, so using this weapon, my opinion on you using the weapon, I would try it out if you have it. I don't think it's something that you need to hunt for to try and get. I don't think this is the most OP weapon that you could possibly use in the Crucible. It is a little bit less OP than a lot of the other ones. Like I said, I didn't think I was doing a whole lot of damage, doing a whole lot of stuff, but when I looked at the scoreboard, I was doing well. And so I was kind of just missing time, really. I really didn't have any games where I felt tremendously strong, but there were a lot where I was. So I would say go ahead and use the weapon if you want. If you have it, go ahead and try it out, see if it fits your playstyle or fits your build or whatever. And if it does, you know, fantastic, you can keep using it. But if you don't have the weapon, I don't recommend trying to grind for it either. It's not really insanely good. It's not something that is something you have to have. It's just a nice weapon to have if you have it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more content from me, go ahead down there, scroll a little bit. All you have to do, you don't even have to scroll. It's right there. It's my little name right there, Absolute Quality. You click on that, it goes to my channel, and then you can scroll through a bunch of my other videos and see if you like those. If you like those videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.